It doesn't take a genius to understand that fire is a crucial element to survival. But what really is one of the best ways to make a fire? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. It's going to be in a way, too, that many people don't know about or think about in today's society. If you guys stick around to the end, I have a little bit of a surprise guest for you, and you guys will have a whole new fucking badass way to make a fire. But before we go ahead and get into this, though, cue intro. Alright, so we're out here at the little spot, and doesn't really take the most resources to do this stuff. All you need basically are some sticks, kind of like this one, nice and decently long, so I can work my way into the ground with, and just flint and steel. But it's pretty simple and easy. Basically all we got to do is dig one main hole in the ground where the fire is going to go into, and then two ventilations hole on the side to feed the fire with oxygen or its fuel source. I don't think you guys can see it, but like right here by my foot I started. Generally I use the sticks like this. Make sure you can get it to a point first. It's really going to be helpful, I promise you, especially when it comes to digging. Basically, you just start going at the ground for a while until you get that main hole. Alrighty, so in order to save some time, I use the Hori Hori knife, Japanese knife made for gardening. But just do that, save us some time so we get this video done in nice, proper timing. Just, when we still have direct sunlight. To be fair, I kind of did do this last second, but I also thought I was going to go to Louisiana. And, felt bad that I didn't have a video this week. So, felt like I'd do this. It's quick and simple. Anyways, back to the whole topic of the video. So you guys see the hole I have dug right here. So once you get done with that, what you want to do next is basically want to do some side holes that go diagonal into the main hole towards the bottom. This is why they having longer sticks definitely does come in handy. So you want to do one on each side. So one like here and then one over here. And those will basically act as your oxygen holes or your fuel source. Alrighty, so we got our first hole dug here. It goes all the way through to the next hole. Always just make sure your stick can go through it. But be very careful sometimes because you get in situations like I did here. This is kind of thin, and if you move it or dig in a certain way, put pressure on it so that way it stays intact. If it starts to fall off, don't take pressure off, but you want to have that there so that way it has a sort of wall between the fire and the fuel source. You feel me? Then you got your secondary hole. Another way you can do it, aside from just, hammering away at it, take your stick. This is why it's important to have it tall enough. Reason why that is because you can work, while standing a bit higher and get more leverage to do things like this. Jam the stick into the ground and just use centripetal force or like a drilling motion with it. Alright, so as you guys can see, I got my second hole right here by my other foot. So once you got that all the way through here, I'll actually show you guys real quick. You got your side vent here. Get my stick to show you guys. But see it wiggling through there just barely. That's good enough. Make sure the hole's not too blocked. So if you guys dig with the stick, it'll be a lot better, honestly. And then, I got my second hole here. This is exactly what I was telling you guys about. See how thin this is and how easy it can collapse? It's not what you want. That's why you got to be very, very careful with it. And, if you need to, you can also kind of reinforce it a little bit with some other mud around it. Get wet mud, it'll help quite a lot. Alrighty, so now that we got that taken care of, now we need to get the fuel source for our fire. Now, you see how we're in a forest, right? Well, that means that there's fuel everywhere. So you got little twigs, you got the bigger fucking branches and twigs and shit, fallen trees. But for this particular fire, your little twigs are going to be the best source of flame for this. Now you got the shavings, which are extremely, extremely beneficial. Freshly shaved Shavings from a dry tree branch are extremely beneficial, or you can get something like dry hay, etc. if you have it, you know, nearby, vice versa. Leaves can work, but fresh wood shavings really do help it out quite a bit if you don't have, you know, a steel rod that shaves off metal for using for fire, or magnesium rather. Then you want to, you know, build your fire. Once you get all that stuff, thankfully your boy is smart and saves bags of this shit. Specifically for this reason. This is in the dry fucking grass I've had inside my car in case I need it for survival situations, but look at all of that. Take that, got some leaves here in the base, toss a little bit of this in there for the bottom, get your sticks built around fuel source there. Make sure there's enough room there to have the oxygen flow through so it can breathe, all right? That's very, very crucial when it comes to fires. Got a little visitor, you guys. I don't know if you can see him, but he's right there. Get your flint and steel, whatever fire source you have, and, you know, just strike her down. We're gonna use my pocket knife for this. See, this is why the tunnels are very important. As you guys can see, we started to get the fire going, but your boy didn't take into account the fact of the matter that the ground's still a little wet from the rain just the other day. Really important to take that stuff into consideration, so you could start your fire outside and then move it into the hole to help you guys maintain the fire a bit better. GoPro cut out the other day before I could, you know, show you guys what happens when using the lighters and how much the consistency of this can actually go when it's not so wet outside in the dirt. You know, it wasn't too wet, but wet enough to where it really wouldn't stand that long when I use the flint and steel. And voila, there you go. You got a nice foxhole fire to use for, you know, cooking and a load of other good shit. Now, I just want to make sure to, like, emphasize to you guys that those side holes are very, very crucial. They give it oxygen very well, you feel me, and really can make it burn a lot better. It's why we have you put the, like, connection of the holes, all three of them together. The two side holes need to be towards the bottom where they connect to the main one in the center. When that happens, it'll go underneath and, you know, fan it from underneath and bring it up because heat rises, right? So that's exactly what you want. That's gonna be it. First name of dudes. If you guys did make it to the end of this video, go and leave the word survivor in the comment section down below to let me know that you made it to the end. You guys are part of the 100% club. And as per usual, if you guys, you know, haven't already, hit the like button, smash the shit out of that subscribe button. Really does help me a lot whenever you guys do this. It also helps to get us further up in the YouTube algorithm to help people be more independent and self-sufficient of the systems that we live in, because fuck the system, am I right? But yeah, nonetheless though, it really does go a long way when you guys do that, and it genuinely does make your boy very happy. But long-term goal is we get this stuff out to as many people as possible. Also, feel free to let me know if there's anything you guys want me to, you know, do videos on that you don't see on YouTube very much. Love to do that stuff for sure. But if you guys would like, feel free to join us live every Wednesday and Friday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Central Time on our streams over on the main YouTube, where you can talk about stuff like this, factual conspiracies, share dark humor memes, good vibes. You also get to see me rage on teammates for being stupid in Pokemon Unite, or, you know, get to see me play Tears of the Kingdom, which also kind of has survival-like elements embedded into it. Either way though, my dudes, until next time, thank you again for, you know, tuning into the video, and until I see you next, please don't forget to live long and prosper, take care and peace, keep it 1,000,000% real, and as always, fuck the system. I will see you guys on the flip side.